Hello, ladies and jets. About 6 months ago, I made a nearly 9-hour video going over every single episode of Teen Titans Go. And even though the reception has been pretty positive according to the analytics on my dashboard, there have been some, not all, but some people who've been pretty critical towards my video. And the biggest complaint that I've seen these people make, outside of personal gripes, is that I was way too mean and negative towards the show. I was nothing more than a big bully towards Teen Titans Go. Because don't you see, Christian, there are some pretty good things about Teen Titans Go that you overlooked because of your own personal bias. And you know what? That's fair.
Are you serious? Quite.
What, did you think I was gonna pull a Diaz Station or Gaming Magic 13 and start ranting into my mic about how I'm right and you're wrong? No. I understand this criticism. I was overly negative towards the show, and I made no attempt to hide that. And even though I did list out some positives that the show had, the video does lean more towards the negative than the positive. Because overall, the video is my personal view on the show. Something that you people need to understand is that I don't make these videos for the sake of pleasing others. I make them overall for me. And I will repeat this one more time. If you can't handle opinions that are not your own, go somewhere else for that. But regardless, after doing some self-reflecting and acknowledging that, yeah, I am a cynical, negative little shithead, I figured to fix that, I would make a top 20 list going over some of the best episodes that Teen Titans Go has to offer. So the diehard fans of Teen Titans Go can have their feelings validated. That, and I can get into the swing of making top 10 lists because I haven't done that in a long time. Also, I decided to limit myself to just 2 Night Begins to Shine episodes, because if I picked all of them, then they would take up the majority of the list. So, let's not waste any time. Let's go over the best. Let me ask you guys a question. Have you ever gotten into an argument with your friend about, well, anything? Movies, video games, politics, food? Well, for this episode, Burger versus Burrito, it perfectly captures what this argument would be like. Beast Boy and Cyborg get into an argument over which food is better, burgers or burritos. This episode further expands on this concept by having the duo force the other Titans to be in the middle of the fight. And it leads to some very entertaining yet relatable scenarios. Whether it's Cyborg using his scientific analysis to prove that burgers are better, Beast Boy and Cyborg using music to persuade the others, doing taste tests, doing challenges, pranking each other. Then the two end the episode with an epic Godzilla versus King Kong fight. Honestly, I think it's way better than the King Kong and Godzilla movies we have today.
What did you say?
Before ending on a satisfying note with Beast Boy and Cyborg having to try each other's food and figuring out that they're both great. A little detail I appreciated is that the burger that Beast Boy eats is veggie burger, which is very nice and considerate. This is a really good episode that manages to get a ton of giggles out of me, considering I've been in this situation before, getting into a disagreement with someone else because we share different opinions on a topic. And I'm pretty sure you guys can feel the same way. And if you're still with me, let's press on. Have you ever played hide and seek with your friends? Well, that's what... I'm sorry, how do you pronounce this episode's title again? Yeah, that. Robin tries to teach the other Titans the art of concealment by playing hide and seek. Throughout the episode, we see the different ways the characters try to hide from the person who's it. Some of them are funny, some are not. But it doesn't change the fact that I believe this episode's concept is executed very well. Especially with the different ways that the characters try to hide. Whether it's using the trash compactor, using Starfire's plushies as camouflages, and using the inside of Silky's body as a hiding place. Look, this is the only part of the episode that's not great, and it gets even worse when they throw Freak into the mix to do the booty scooty.
Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty.
But the episode does redeem itself by having Raven be it, and it ends on a funny note.
Ooh, so that's where they were hiding all these years. Whatever.
That's kind of messed up.
So yeah, this episode was a pretty good watch. It had some hilarious moments and only one bad moment.
Yeah, man, that's gotta be some kind of record.
After getting into a freak accident, the Teen Titans can transform into cars. Sure, why not? Peter Parker was bitten by a radioactive spider and became Spider-Man, and notably the Green Goblin and Sandman acquired their powers through horrible freak accidents. So this works. Anyway, it's good that they have these abilities because this villain, Dr. Military, is stealing ducks from animal refugees for his diabolical plan of making a duck army. I thought these episodes were pretty enjoyable to watch because it reminded me of those early Saturday morning cartoons. They have a pretty simple concept, but they go all the way with it. And this is one of those episodes that takes a concept of the Teen Titans turning into cars, and they go all the way with it. From the cheesy one-liners, the action scenes that are pretty good in both parts, the killer theme song that's constantly being used. I cannot stress how much I like the theme song.
Turbo Titans go. Driving to the fight, heart of the line. It's so good, I'm gonna fucking come!
The obligatory splitting of a simple concept into 2 episodes to really cash in on ratings, getting help of an old friend of the villain so they can take him down properly, and then finally ending on an awesome note for this show's standards, with the Teen Titans turning into an aircraft carrier to finally take down Dr. Military, who also possesses the same ability to transform into a vehicle like the others. Just roll with it. This episode overall has a very nostalgic feeling to it, making it a really entertaining watch. It doesn't feel like a Teen Titans Go episode, if that makes any sense. So as a result, it makes it onto my best list. Also, the Titans are not total jerks to each other, and they're actually being good heroes, so that's a plus. An episode that, kinda, dunks on the Academy Awards. Again, kinda. To get the lazy pieces of shit who are busy watching the Academy Awards to do their chores, bars, Robin makes up a fake awards show to encourage the Titans to do their chores so they can hopefully get an award of their own. But much like real life where talent and hard work goes unnoticed, all the awards of the night go to Robin instead of the others, which leads the Titans to say that the show is rigged. Then the Academy Award statues come to life, which is good because we get this nice piece of dialogue.
Robin really did win all the awards.
Yes, we judged him to be the best, though honestly the decision was a bit arbitrary.
We recognized his name and assumed he was superior.
Also, Bruce Wayne sponsors the show, but that did not influence us.
I can't, that's funny.
What?
That's funny.
Then the episode ends with the Titans literally fighting the Academy. But before they do that, they do the memoriam to remember those who have passed away. And I will say that the Titans have a more respectful response to those who have passed away, compared to the celebrities who literally clap when they see a person flash on screen.
Stop clapping! Holy shit.
Yeah, you wait.
That's awful. Like,
yeah, it's not a contest for who is your favorite dead person.
Idiots.
Holy shit.
Everyone,
fuck you, audience. So are they applauding their deaths?
Yeah, yep. We're glad that they're dead.
So after that and that fight, guess who wins out of the two?
For the final award of the night, the winner of this battle is...
Please be us, please be us, please be us.
The Academy.
Yeah, this episode is simply a joy. Not only does it do a good job of spoofing award shows like the Emmys, the Oscars, or the Golden Raspberry Awards in a pretty entertaining way, but this episode also lightly pokes fun at the fact that the Teen Titans, like the show, has never won an award before, even though they get nominated every single year. It kind of reminds me of that Family Guy episode, which is literally called the Emmy-winning episode from season 16. But this episode takes that concept and does it a million times better. Get fucked. Also, one more thing. I think the references in this episode are okay. I have to bring this up because I bitched about the show referencing other franchises constantly in my ranking video, but for this episode, it's okay. Do you guys want a classic revenge story? And no, I'm not talking about one of those revenge stories where the main character kills every single lackey of the bad guys, but when it comes to the true bad guy who's responsible for everything, they have a random epiphany out of nowhere. Well, this episode is the one for you. It's a hot day in Jump City, so the Teen Titans decide to get some ice cream, but instead of going to Mr. Freeze's Frozen Freeze, they go to Joker's Gelato instead, which doesn't sit right with Robin, obviously. Because it turns out the Joker didn't give him a free birthday scoop, so he harbors bitterness and resentment towards the shop. No, seriously, it gets really bad to the point where he purposefully gets a job at Mr. Freeze's Frozen Freeze so that he can steal customers so that Joker's Gelato goes out of business. And when that goes up in flames, he accidentally purges the world into a second ice age, teams up with a bunch of wolves, and kills all of his friends.
That should hold him.
Oh no, Beast Boy!
So, we're all good, right?
Jesus Christ.
As I said in my ranking video, he does all of this over some ice cream.
Let's go. Where are we going? To church. You need Jesus. Come on.
Like Teen Titans Room, this is another episode that takes a concept and plays it dead straight. Robin wants to get revenge on an ice cream shop, so they let him have it. If this were any other TV show or IP, they would probably add unnecessary layers to it, but thankfully this episode doesn't do that. And I feel like that's what makes this episode worth it, is because they actually let Robin get the win in the end. He gets his free birthday scoop and he kills all of his friends for standing in his way. It's enjoyably sadistic to watch. And I think it's funny that Teen Titans Go does the bare minimum of what fans wanted to see than The Last of Us Part 2 does. I'm sorry, I just think that's fucking hysterical. Not to mention, this episode is shorter and it gets the job done quicker. So yeah, this episode gets on the list. Oh yeah, this episode is pretty good. So Control Freak says that the best part of Teen Titans Go is the commercials. So to piss the Titans off, he fills this episode with nothing but commercial breaks. Now, kind of like the worst of South Park's episodes, this seems like a concept that they would run into the ground throughout the entire episode, to the point where it's not funny anymore. Kind of like Toddler Titans Yay from Season 6.
9, 10, 11, 12. There, it's done already.
Uh-oh. Now you've done it. You're going to upset the children.
Is he under the rock? No!
He's right.
Is he in the bush?
No! Is he in the grass?
No!
He's obviously right there
in the tree!
Will you close your eyes for us?
Okay!
Great. And remember, no peeking. Titans, go!
But I think the reason why I like this one more is because, bro, this is really relatable as a viewer. Every single time something interesting is happening in an episode of a show you're watching, they always cut to commercial break. And don't worry, I won't pull the same joke I did in my ranking vid. Or will I? No, I won't. Or will I? No, I won't do it, I promise. It's a very good satire on commercial breaks in real life, whether it be cereal ads, lawnmower ads, action figure ads, Play-Doh ads, laundry ads, or going out of business ads. The episode also does a good job of spoofing cliffhangers, which is a topic I actually did make a video on my old channel, like I did talk about it before. Maybe I might talk about it again on this channel, who knows. So yeah, this is an episode that is a really, really good satire overall. It's a much better satire, and it's a way more entertaining watch than Toddler Titans Yay, in my opinion. Another Control Freak episode. Much like the last one, Control Freak really hates Teen Titans Go because, well, he basically serves as a stand-in for the hyper fans of the original, and to teach them a lesson that older cartoons are better than the rebooted schlock that's being made currently, he decides to kind of retool Teen Titans Go to be reminiscent of older cartoons like Hanna-Barbera, for instance.
Well, I'm gonna get something that makes me look tall. How about another hat? Another one? What do I need 3 of them for?
Speedy to Titans! Come in, Teen Titans! Aqualad here.
Wonder Girl here.
Kid Flash here.
And throughout the episode, they just poke fun at how cheap, stilted, and pretty flavorless these cartoons were. You see, unlike other episodes where I get this feeling that whenever they poke fun at something, it's just filled with bitterness, rage, and hate from the team, with this episode, I get the feeling that they're just making light jabs at older cartoons, you know? Much like Teen Titans Go to the movies, it has a very playful demeanor.
And so the Teen Titans find themselves en route to a mysterious island in search of the robot dinosaurs.
Hey, who said that? That's the narrator. He explains things to the audience.
Dancing diodes. Isn't that just lazy storytelling?
We still need to find those dinosaurs. I'll use my dinosaur tracking boomerang.
You have one of those?
Of course.
Wow, everything is really convenient in this story.
I was turned down for term life insurance because of my high cholesterol, so I suppose all this end of the human race stuff is really just a reflection of my desire to put an end to my own misery.
Public backstory. That's some depth.
If there's one complaint I do have with this episode, it's that they try to justify their awful show by saying, hey, these older cartoons you used to watch constantly, they weren't that great, so you don't have the right to criticize us.
I learned something today, Titans. Not everything old is good, and not everything new is bad.
Yeah, we get it.
Oh!
I don't like that. I really don't like that message. But I think it's a pretty good episode overall. If you take out the message, I think this episode could have been higher, but as it stands, I think it's pretty good. It deserves to be at the number 14 spot. I just wish they could have been better sports in this episode, like they were in the Academy episode, for example.
The Teen Titans will never, ever get an award.
We know.
Hey, you want an episode that pays homage to classic cartoons like the last episode I talked about? Well, you better get ready for a twofer. After a squirrel takes their nuts, the Titans want to be all violent, but they can't because real-life violence isn't funny. So they become fully cartoony to get away with the violence they show in this episode. The thing I like about this episode is that it really feels like a love letter to classic cartoons we used to watch. Cartoons like the Looney Tunes and Voltron come to mind, since the art styles in this episode feel very reminiscent of those cartoons.
Mega Squirrel located.
Fire! Quad lasers!
I like how they poke fun at the fact that people like cartoon violence over real-life violence.
Guess what? You're laughing at violence.
You're right.
But that's a cartoon. Real-life violence isn't funny, right? This isn't funny. Just sits there and cries.
But believe it or not, there was a time when cartoon violence couldn't be violent anymore because of stricter standards and practices.
I am S, protector of public morals and champion of proper conduct.
And I am P, regulator on rules and defender of delicate sensibilities.
And together we are...
Standards and Practice Areas!
Don't fucking remind me. Outside of that, this episode operates like a classic Looney Tunes cartoon. Well, a Roadrunner skit to be specific, because even when it seems like the Titans are on top, the squirrel still manages to win in the end. And again, it's very reminiscent of classic Looney Tunes. So as a result, this episode ends up on my list. I think it's a really entertaining watch, a really respectful love letter to the classic cartoons we used to love that are not being made anymore, unfortunately. Control Freak tries to stop Teen Titans Go from continuing by having the team stuck in their own intro, which eventually leads to a multiverse kind of episode where the Teen Titans go from one intro to the next. I'll tell you this much, this was a much better, entertaining, multiverse jumping episode than what the hell Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was trying to do.
Oh god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
The episode just consists of the Teen Titans jumping from one intro to the next. You got the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Scooby-Doo, Batman the Animated Series, and the original Teen Titans, and I gotta say, I had a pretty fun time watching this one. Seeing these guys jump from one intro to the next was pretty entertaining to watch. And I gotta say, their rendition of the old Teen Titans intro honestly cracked me up. It had no right to be as funny as it was.
Teen Titans, go! 1, 2, 3, 4, go! Teen Titans!
And if there are people who are honestly upset about that, lighten the fuck up, because they could have done something way worse. So yeah, a really fun ride. If you want to see a classic multiverse jumping episode, this will satisfy your taste. A most recent episode on this list, and look, there's a seahorse on the rock. With that aside, for this episode, the Titans have to get this gorilla who broke into their tower back to the zoo, but they have to make sure that they don't make any sounds to wake it up, because if it wakes up, they're all dead. And this is made even worse when the hive gets involved. The reason why I like this episode is because nobody talks. It's mostly the visuals and the music telling the story, and I think it's really, really great. And the reason why this episode is so much better than the others on this list is because, as I said in my ranking video, the voice acting, even though it's good, can get very unbearable at certain points, to the point where I just want the actors to respectfully shut the fuck up.
And a 1, 2, 3!
Step by step is the only conclusion. Day by day we are left in confusion. Bring on the night!
But this is an outrage!
What was the point of trying to be nice all year?
This is your fault. You're supposed to be nice enough for all of us.
No one is nice enough to make up for all your naughties!
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Give me your phone. Hello, how you doing? Shut the fuck up.
So this episode decides to do us all a favor and just has the characters shut up. It literally took them 7 seasons, but here we are. It's an episode I can see myself revisiting from time to time, and this is a season 9 episode, so good on you, Teen Titans Go. Another episode where Robin tries to teach the art of concealment, but this time it's ninjutsu. And who's the person learning the art of ninjutsu? Beast Boy, since he's the only one that's not caught up to speed. And they have to act like ninjas because they have to get this MacGuffin thing. It's a sandwich. Like Squash and Stretch, this episode feels like a love letter to those classic ninja movies. The characters utilize different techniques that a ninja uses, like wearing disguises, having weapons in your arsenal, and finally, learning the magnificent power of stealth.
Where did he go?
Ninja!
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 Shuriken!
Oh, it's so pointy! Ah, how are you supposed to hold it? You take it!
Shuriken!
And it just makes for a very entertaining watch, especially when Beast Boy gets a better hang of utilizing the 3 techniques. And I like how he uses them against Robin in the end. I don't really have much to add. I think this is a really good episode.
The MacGuffin is mine!
That is the MacGuffin? This whole thing was about a sandwich.
Now, this episode may seem like a soap opera spoof, like What's Opera Doc from the Looney Tunes, but it's not. Kinda? Alright, for this episode, Robin invites the Teen Titans to go watch the opera with him, and in less than a couple of seconds, they all fall asleep.
I mean, shit, we all been young once.
And then we get to see what each member is dreaming about. This episode is another fun watch, and that's all thanks to the different dream sequences we get to see. Starfire's dream is all about her and Robin fighting over this box of cat food while they're in cat suits. Which reminds me of that sequence from Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs, where you have Scrat and this female squirrel fighting over that acorn while they're dancing.
Meow, 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 meow.
Next up, you've got Raven teaming up with the Pretty Pegasus to take down this disgusting troll. I like the action here, but no further comment. Cyborg and Beast Boy are just stuffing their faces in their dream sequence. I've never been a big fan of mukbangs, so, you know. And finally, the best one is Robin's dream sequence, as he's using Batman's belt, which is a parody of Fantasia. Much like the last episode, it's pretty simple, but it's pretty enjoyable. And I think the next episode on my list will also be the same. Have you guys ever had a family movie night, and during these events there comes a time when every single member of the family wants to watch a different movie, which eventually leads to an argument because nobody can pinpoint what kind of movie they want to watch? Man, I wish I knew what that was like. I mean, cause that's exactly what this episode is about, basically. The Teen Titans get into a fight about which movie they should watch for movie night, and after breaking their plasma screen TV, they go down to the basement to get a Flintstone TV, and then throughout the rest of the episode, they parody different movie genres that they wanted to watch respectively. Like the last few episodes I've talked about, this one is really entertaining to watch because for each movie genre that they're parodying, they switch up the way the episode looks to accommodate it, whether it be kung fu, mystery, horror, western, war, action, the works.
What? Are you kidding me?
Relax. I trapped a demon down here years ago. Hey, Ted.
I can't do it, yo! I didn't train for all this!
Get a hold of yourself, man!
But I got nothing else to do.
Sweet, thanks, Mama.
First thing, I hit up the usual suspects.
Slow your roll, pilgrims.
What? That remote's mine!
No way! He stole it from me!
Looks like we got ourselves an old-fashioned standoff.
We're pinned down, man! It's a madhouse of buttery brutality out there!
And you can really tell that the animators in this episode were really putting in the legwork to make this episode look as visually appealing as possible, which is very common for Teen Titans Go. When the animators are actually allowed to cook, holy shit, they can come up with some of the best visuals to put on screen for this show's budget. The audio and music are also pretty stellar in this one too, and overall it's just a great episode.
Everybody watch BB's movie night! Yeah!
Stop! All of that for this?
Next week we're doing board games.
You guys like collecting action figures, right? Well, this episode will make you feel perfectly at home. After Beast Boy gets a toy from the Toy Master, he and the other Titans transform into toys. So now it's up to Robin to collect them all. This episode is a not-so-subtle riff on collectible culture, and considering I used to be a part of it, I can tell you that this episode is extremely accurate.
Each one I get fills me with a false sense of accomplishment.
What is all this junk?
These collectibles are very valuable. This is an investment, Robin.
Collectibles only have value if other people want them. Once this pointless fad passes, all you'll have left are some lame doodads. I just don't see the point.
The point is to collect them all.
And some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Making sure that your action figure is in mint condition packaging, going to yard sales so you can get an action figure for dirt cheap, making sure you don't take the action figure out of the box because it will supposedly ruin the value of it.
That's a collectible.
Oh, I used to have this one.
An extremely
Wait, why is it still in the package?
I have here the rare mint condition production error Star Trek The Next Generation Geordi LaForge without his visor in the original packaging. If you do not get out of my way, I will open it. Okay, man, be cool. We're all friends here.
Now, I know there might be a few collectors watching this right now, and you might be thinking, do not unbox that box. But that doesn't make sense. Do not unbox that figure.
Going online to get a cheap action figure that's most likely fake or a knockoff, just numerous other stuff that I could talk about, but to save my breath, I'll put it on screen for you. Also, they poke fun at Pokemon. It's a very good tongue-in-cheek episode, and it hits really close to home considering I used to be a part of this culture. Not anymore though. Because, you know, I'm an adult with other responsibilities than going around and collecting a bunch of toys. I'm just kidding. Relax. Just a joke. I'm joking.
But there is no need to start a riot.
That's a great idea. Let's start a riot.
A holiday episode? Weird. We haven't really seen much of those on this list, have we? Well, it's time to fix that. With this episode, the Hive interrupts the Teen Titans' Halloween party, and they kill them with this mega beam that they just used to destroy this candy factory. And no, this isn't the series finale. Instead, it's revealed that the Teen Titans have turned into ghosts, and they decide to teach the Hive a lesson by torturing the shit out of them. This episode is the perfect example of how to torture your characters properly, while also being funny. I said in my ranking video that there was an episode where the Teen Titans were just constantly harassing the Hive, and it wasn't funny in the slightest because the Hive, in that episode, didn't do anything to warrant that treatment. In this episode, though, they have every single right to be tortured because they not only destroyed a candy factory, but they also killed the Teen Titans on top of that. So, as a result, any treatment in this episode is completely warranted. And the way the Titans torture the Hive is pretty funny.
Going down.
What do you want?
To show you the true meaning of fear, Jinx, prepare yourself for an awkward elevator ride.
You just got hit with the slime, yo!
Whoa, check me out.
Hey, bro, where's all the chicks at? Who gives the care? My only interests are the good times and the sport.
Your resistance to social awkwardness is impressive. But tell me, how do you feel about
Eye contest!
And it does end on a pretty nice note, where it turns out that both teams discovered that throughout this entire night, they had a pretty good time together. And to close it off, they decide to do the scary figure dance. Honestly, I think this is one of the better holiday specials in my opinion. Holy shit! A parody of America's Got Talent managed to get into the top 5? Color me impressed. Serving as the third installment in the Justice League's Next Top Talent Idol Star, the Titans participate, like they always do, but they have to go against the Justice League themselves, so naturally, this worries the other competitors. Raven, Starfire, and Cyborg do their own little segments, but as for Robin and Beast Boy, they basically parody Whiplash because, according to Robin, this is the best way that they can win.
Jazz has been scientifically proven to relax the body and dazzle the mind. I can't do it alone. I need a drummer. Who's with me?
The no one.
Why not?
You're terrible to work with.
You don't buy one, dogger. Hey! That's the pot calling the kettle black!
Putting aside the obvious parody, I think this episode has some of the best talent segments compared to the first two. Superman juggling balls and other random shit, Starfire dressing up as a kitty and dancing with a whole bunch of kittens, Wonder Woman messing with the lasso of truth, Cyborg redoing a scene from a show I'm not really familiar with, Aquaman messing around with his fish, Lady Legacy pleasing the dark side of the fandom, mostly those that have a leg fetish. Like, seriously, stay away from Twitter and DeviantArt because holy fucking Christ.
Look at them like they're amazing. Look at strong, kick hard. Let me look at them. Look at them legs. Look at them legs.
Alright, that's about enough.
And Batman and Commissioner Gordon, are you happy, guys? Are you happy? I got the pronunciation right. Are you happy, guys? Sorry, I got a lot of people jumping on my case of how I misnamed Gordon, so, you know. Those two are doing a magic trick. But the best part of these two-parters was the Whiplash parody, with Robin and Beast Boy acting like Terrence and Neiman, respectively. And I think it's pretty good. I really, really enjoyed it.
Give me a beat. Stop. You're a little off. Try it again.
Little trouble there.
Stop. Not quite the right tempo. Try it again.
5, 6, 7. Not quite my tempo. It's all good. No worries. Here we go.
Do you know why I just threw a table at your head?
'Cause you're a crazy control freak?
That's exactly right.
Why do you suppose I just hurled a chair at your head, Neiman?
I don't...
So, not only was the main plot enjoyable, but the talent segments for each character was really enjoyable to watch too. So as a result, this episode gets 2 thumbs up. Great job. The Teen Titans get really sick and tired of being heroes, since they can't enjoy their snuggle time. So what do? They decide to become villains.
Today, I'm just gonna be evil. Yeah, those other fools better watch their tails, because they're going to face the wrath of Pomni the Evil!
Sure, it is a classic switching roles episode, especially when the Hive becomes the voice of reason at the end, but hey, I think it's pretty good. And honestly, I think half of the stuff that the Titans do in this show would be more justifiable if they were not heroes. They were villains, you know? So most of the horrible shit that they did in the show, some of which I actually went over in my ranking video, it would be more justifiable, again, if they were villains, you know? But no, they're technically the good guys, so, you know.
You gotta be in the know to know, you know? No.
The designs of the Legion of Doom look really good. Seeing these shitheads do evil things intentionally is really entertaining to watch, and seeing them actually commit to following through on their evil plan at the end was pretty surprising. So yeah, a role switching episode that was actually pretty good. Remember how I said that Squash and Stretch feels like a love letter to classic cartoons? Well, this episode is a shining beacon of a massive love letter to classic cartoons, and that cartoon in question is Tom and Jerry. As I said in my 22nd happy birthday video, Tom and Jerry is my favorite cartoon of all time. The slapstick humor, the iconic and unforgettable characters that need to constantly keep pushing boundaries with how far they can go. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
No, ma'am. I ain't seen no cat around here. There ain't no cat, no place, no house, no, ma'am. That's crazy!
The wonderfully hand-drawn animation, the music, I don't think I need to go far. You guys know why Tom and Jerry is still loved to this day. So when I saw the description for this episode was that Cyborg and Beast Boy are acting like Tom and Jerry to prove to the other which one is superior out of the two, I had some hope for it. I mean, the show has shown in small doses that they're willing to respect cartoons from the past. The best example is that Scooby-Doo parody they did not too long ago. And I think it's funny. The crew of Teen Titans Go had more respect for Scooby-Doo as an IP than Mindy Kaling and her entire writing staff combined.
Oh shit! Oh shit! No!
So I wasn't really that surprised when, after watching this episode, I really liked it. Now obviously the animation is never going to replicate the classic cartoons, but what truly mattered to me most was how much respect they would show for Tom and Jerry as an IP throughout the episode, and they did an outstanding job. They even do the classic trope of when there's a more powerful adversary, Tom and Jerry have to team up to take them down. Because, as the classic saying goes, it's better to have the enemy you know than the enemy you don't.
The best episodes of Tom and Jerry are the ones when they work together.
Yeah, it's like Tom and Jerry both have their strong points, but they work best as a team.
This episode really captures the spirit of Tom and Jerry, and that means so much to me as a Tom and Jerry fan. And because of that, I believe this episode deserves to be in my top 3 best episodes of all time. Oh, come on. Do I really need to talk about 40%, 40%, 20%? An episode that is so universally loved that people say it's the best episode of Teen Titans Go. Even though there have been some episodes that have managed to reach this episode's status. The story is actually engaging, the characters are not insufferable to watch, the animation is at its absolute high, and the action is something you need to see for yourself. I don't think I need to go further. You guys know why this episode's great, because it goes without saying at this point.
The night begins to shine!
It's so good, I'm gonna fucking come!
Man, what an amazing finale to an already amazing 5-part miniseries. I'm not gonna lie, this was a really difficult pick because every single episode in this miniseries was amazing. We have the interesting mini stories on the road, they're visually pleasing to the eye, they have really great world building, the music fucking goes hard, they develop the relationship dynamics of the characters, and overall, they're just really outstanding episodes. But the reason why this episode is number 1 and not the others, begrudgingly, is because it brings everything full circle. The Teen Titans collect all 3 stems in order to summon BER one last time so they can help them fight Ultralak, this new villain who took over the land with ease. And speaking of Ultralak, we discover that he was once a 4th member of BER. Of course, because he's black. And the second he discovered this realm with his band, he immediately became power hungry. He decided to quit the band, and after lying low in silence, building up his army, he managed to successfully overthrow it. And after he destroys the final song, all music has been completely eradicated from the world, and he becomes an even more powerful threat as a result. It seems like all hope is lost for our heroes, but luckily Deus Ex Machina BER comes out of nowhere to get ready for the final fight, bringing Cyborg back to life as a result.
Stay away from my friends!
Cyborg?
Much like 40%, 40%, 20%, and this fucking title, the animation is at its maximum peakness. The final conflict between Cyborg and Ultralak is also really outstanding to watch, even though I feel like Cyborg should be able to take down Ultralak with ease, but then again, we wouldn't get to see this awesome moment of Cyborg taking Ultralak's old guitar and playing alongside his idols to take down Ultralak. Like, bro, that scene goes incredibly hard. I'll play it I'll play it here. Look at this. This is so fucking amazing. And not to mention, You're the One has officially become my favorite piece of BER music, so much so that I have it downloaded on my YouTube playlist. If you really want to see Teen Titans Go at its absolute best in terms of animation, story, action, characters, and music, this episode is definitely the one you should check out at least once, alongside the other parts too, because they're just as fantastic. I know I said this multiple times in my ranking video, but with episodes like this, it really goes to show that Teen Titans Go, it isn't a lost cause. It can be capable of not just being as good as the original, or the other kings of Cartoon Network during the 2010 decade, but of all of Cartoon Network. But sadly, as I said before, Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers, they want it to be cheaply made, they want it to be crappily written so it can be easily digestible for younger audience members. And unfortunately, we can't rip on the show for that because it's purposefully meant to be shit. It's a shame. It really is a shame. But hey, at least I got my all-time favorite Teen Titans Go episode out of it. And there you go. That's my top 20 best Teen Titans Go episodes. And I bet after watching this video, some people are going to be like, hey Christian, now that you've talked so positively about Teen Titans Go, you must really like it now, right? No! Now listen, yes, the show does have some really great episodes. Hell, outstanding episodes in some cases. But it still doesn't change my overall feelings towards the show as a whole. I still think the show is a big waste of time, energy, space, and money. Some shows are better than it by a wide margin, and I still believe the world will be better off if this series never existed. But that's my opinion, and if there are some people who actually like Teen Titans Go and think that the hatred towards it is completely overblown, then that's fine. I'm not Diaz Station where I'll bite your head off because you have a different opinion than mine. I'll only start going nuclear if you discredit all my hard work. But aside from that, I really couldn't give less of a shit, to be honest. Anyway, that's all I have to say. If you enjoyed this video, please share your own personal list of the top 10, 30 best episodes of Teen Titans Go. And if you enjoyed the series overall, tell me your experiences with it in the comment section. I would like to hear it. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll catch you guys later.